Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back on our BKFC Reddit. Ask Me Anything. We're joined by a good friend of mine, Bam Bam Hotusing. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Gator? How are you, man? I appreciate you having me. God bless.
Dude, of course I want to talk about dirty boxing, but I'm excited to see you back on this upcoming Salt Lake card. I actually hate this fight though, because I'm really good friends with Brown. You know what I mean? So it's like I hate
I
when
saw you did interview him. You did interview him. Hey,
yeah.
I got nothing bad to say about him. I'm excited that he needs an opponent with the balls to go to his hometown and fight in front of his people, and it just opened the door for me to go over there and have an opportunity to perform. Man, I got nothing negative to say about him. He's tough. He's a big white boy, 6'2", big fist. Probably wants to rearrange my face. Sounds like a good fight to me.
It sounds like a good fight, and I feel like you want to do the exact same thing. You want to go over there and rearrange his face. Like I said, I Mike Jones, good friend of mine, and like I hate watching two friends fight. I just hope you guys kick the shit out of each other, make some money, and everything's good.
And that's I'm grateful because one thing I'm happy is it's his hometown. I mean, it happened last time in July when I went to Pachanga, the guy pulled out. But Mike is a pro, 11, over 20 MMA fights. He's fought in BKFC. So I used to have the trauma about thinking people are pulling out. Finally, we're reaching where the level of my competition at least will show up, and it's his hometown. So yeah, we're both gonna be able to make money. He'll probably make even more money on ticket sales. Good for him. I'm just happy I'll be able to make rent, pay my child support, and continue trying to get better every day. But thank you, Mike, for accepting the fight, and thank you, Utah, for having me.
Let's talk about this. Like a lot of Utah, a lot of Florida fighters, especially those Miami guys, they don't want to fight outside Miami. They always want to fight in Miami and make the ticket sales and be the cash cow and sell all the tickets. You're a guy who's I want to go. I want to go where they are. Like how does that speak? Like you just are so interested in competition, you want to get out of there, or like you just love to fight? Like why don't you want to just fight in Miami?
That's a great question, man. That's a great question. And my answer, I mean, I don't know. When I look in the mirror, especially now, I don't know what's wrong with me. You know, I don't know. You know that we had those go back and forth with these people in Miami, which some these guys in Miami don't even get along with each other, but they'll come together to go against me and say I was doing drugs. Sometimes I wonder, am I on drugs? But I'm obviously not. But I don't know. Ever since before I went to Virginia, street beefs, like it's hard to find people to fight me here. They say they will. For example, my last fight, he would fight me, but at 180 pounds, not at 185. It's always something. Me personally, I think I'm the best in the world. Could be delusional. Hey, it's my life. Let me live it. But I'm gonna go prove it. I in the last 3 years, I had three fights, two pullouts. I still don't think I've lost a round, whether it be outpointing, aggression, TKO turns DQ. We just saw my dirty boxing, and I plan on continue to do that. But I'll go wherever the fight takes me. Now, a lot of these people they need hometown advantage. They need their mother to hold their hand. I don't really know because yeah, I'm blessed to have my Hall of Fame coach, but sometimes I don't even hear them. It's like life or death. You understand? So I don't know, but I'm not nitpicking. I went to Jacksonville to fight a UFC guy for my MMA debut in front of his hometown. His name is Trey Waters. I just travel because if I sit around and wait, I'm gonna get old and die.
Okay, let's talk dirty boxing. I'm a fan of dirty boxing. I like Mike Perry and anything like I mean he
Shout
does
out Mike
BKFC.
Perry, the king of violence.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I can't wait to try his tequila. I'm a Mike Perry fan. I like him. I think he's great. What's it like fighting dirty boxing?
Ah man, to me, not big leaguer, it's just another fight. Where the guy is trying to rearrange my face, the way Mike Jones is gonna try to rearrange my face, the way Diego Romo probably tried to rearrange my face. I loved it. It was his first public event. I have history with Mike Perry. I begged him to be on the private event. He said it couldn't happen, so he invited me. I was there, and I loved that it was here in my hometown. It was amazing, man. I love the people. You know, for example, when I went to Pachanga and I got to work with the BKFC brass behind because I didn't fight. Well, I got to do the same here with them and to see all the people behind the scenes, the media, the people that make the ring, all these things that most fighters take for granted. And since I've been the industry, rap industry, entertainment industry. I see them. They work hard. They don't get credit. So then I relate to them, and I got to meet a lot of people, man. It was a great turnout for me. I got a lot of fans, slash friends. Mike, Mike knew Diego Romo. I know it was tough, but he called it right down the middle. It was a one-sided ass whooping. I boxed his head in because I knew I was levels above him. But the psychopath is no joke. He fought Mike Perry. Mike Jones, which I'm actually fighting. So look how the world unites. Between me and you, I took that fight because I felt like I won against my last opponent, Leo. And that guy Diego fought to a draw with the guy that fought Leo. So I didn't even realize Mike was in the picture. God has it planned of his own. I didn't know by beating Diego would open up this door to go to Salt Lake. So I'm just blessed for Dirty Boxing. How was it? It was good because you could throw elbows. I'm fine now, but I hurt my hands early in the fight. Um, but you know what it was? I could throw elbows. The rest of it, it's a fight. I come from MMA. Hey, tomato, tomato. You got to keep going. And so I loved it. I loved everything from the announcers. I loved everything. I loved everything. But then at the same time, I love everything about the BKFC because to me, and I just want to put this out there. Um, I fought for three organizations. I know at Celebrity Boxing, the guy pulled out, which he ended up going and getting a fight on BKFC Philly. Congrats to him. But Celebrity Boxing, BKFC, the owners are brothers. I'm
Okay.
about
Yeah.
loyalty, you
A
know.
Feldman.
So it's like I'm not like some. I stick to the family, even if my name is not Fieldman, just in general. And then Dirty Boxing, Mike Perry is the king of violence. So I'll be the prince of violence. For example, I'm not the cash cow. I'm trying to do cash cow numbers. That guy in the BKFC doing cash cow is amazing. I just want to be the peso prince. I'm okay with being second best. You get me? I'm okay with being the prince of violence. But I just need people to realize, okay, I'm second best, third best. You guys are not even in the conversation. And it's not that I'm being cocky, and this is what I was telling you prior. Finally, no, I don't have nothing specific. Antics. I'm not gonna go back and forth, call him a effing Aggie or you're a ITCH with a B in front of it. Is this tasteful? Finally, my work speaks for itself. That's all. Everybody wanted, oh, he's a rat lover because I was working bodyguarding. He's this, he's that. The whole time, training, 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 training. Oh, he's acting clean for the internet. Okay. What kind of? I went 3 rounds. My last fight, 5 rounds. My other one, like, I mean, I got the gas tank. Um, so I don't know. There was a lot of rumors, but they needed to say something because they're not just gonna say, "Wow, man, he's aging like fine wine. He looks good. He has power. And he's precise." So I understand it. But I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed to have been part of Dirty Boxing because it opened that door of other fans and gave me another opportunity where I didn't have to sit around and wait. So I got right back on the horse, man. I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful.
Now, I don't know if you've met Conor McGregor yet. I would assume he's going to be at this Bucked Up. I mean, since it's in the CEO hometown of Bucked Up, you know what I mean? I assume he's going to be there. Talk about your cool bosses, though. You have Mike Perry as a boss, John Jones as a boss, Dave Feldman, Damon Feldman, and now Conor McGregor. Like, you just have the coolest bosses on the planet.
I literally do have the coolest bosses. Look, look, look. And this is why I hate my last opponent, Leo Carrera. First 2 rounds, I was piecing him up by points because he wouldn't come on. When he come, I would check hook him. But he had David, Fieldman, and Connor booing. I'm not a boo fighter, so I had to turn it up. 3, 4, 5, go get him. Of course, he's gonna hit me with his jab. He's got big fists. I had to forget about not getting hit because they were booing. So I'm so happy to be back in Salt Lake City, the home of Bucked Up, because that's what the brass told me. So it's a good opportunity for me to go show myself, go promote myself, go show what a businessman, a man of class I am. Somebody's gonna get bucked up, but I'm gonna get another chance to shine in front of Conor McGregor, the Notorious. David Fieldman is a legend. I've been trying since it was not even cool to try out. I've been trying out, and my moment came eventually, and I plan on making the most of it. Dirty Boxing, Mike Perry's the coolest. He's seen me since before he had Dirty Boxing. He was still doing MMA. We trained at MMA Masters. Before he had a kid, he seen my grind. And John Jones just hopped on Dirty Boxing, so I made sure to put on the show. I spoke to him um, personally at the weigh-ins. He loved, let's call him antics, but it wasn't antics because antics is somebody that talks but doesn't walk. If we know one thing, in 3 years I've been booked 5 or 6 times, many pullouts against whoever. I don't say no, he's too aggressive. No, he's a murder. He's this, he's that. And John Jones saw that. So, bro, I have the baddest bosses: Spielman, McGregor, Perry, Jones. And then I got my own Bam Bam Brawls, which I'm looking at them. I'm trying to be like them, but I'm gonna fight my way there, and that's all I can ask for in life is an opportunity. And God's giving me another opportunity May 10th to fight for what I believe I can achieve.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Like, we've been friends quite a long time. You had a lot of drama following you for a long time, and lately it's all went away. And I actually really enjoy it. It's nothing but business, and I think it's great. What caused all that drama to go away, and why are you so clearly focused and driven now?
Here's the thing: the drama, right? I'm 10 steps ahead of these goofballs. They they now you see they want to be good people or hold mitts. First they were Cuban link wearing trap star rappers. Um, I've seen the game in and out. It's fickle. I've been around. I think when I came in, people were just so mad that I. But here's the thing: I'm just like any other person trying to make rent. I don't think I'm some successful animal. I just know that if we sit still, nothing will happen. The hate was on me, because since I was the bodyguard, I would tell people why I'm the most elite bodyguard. It's because I can guard my body. Um, but people might not like that. I'm just trying to get more bodyguard work. So they'll come with the fake call outs. We had Dirt to Go call me out, but then obviously he's too small. We had the guy from Philly, which obviously he nowadays too small. But they say these things. I'm not. And then they think about it. Like they were coming at me. I wasn't worried about them. Um, you know, many clients, but 6ix9ine being, he's going through his father right now, the IRS, everything take his money. He gonna figure it out. I wish my brother the best. Um, I was an easy target to type to, but then again, I'm gonna type back, and Miami's only so big, so I'm gonna see it. And you saw they had to gang up. Oh, we're sending him. We're sending him. So it was them trying to feel alive because I was doing the same thing, trying to make rent and trying to make child support. Now the truth is in the pudding because I got so much work that I put out there. I'm finally, like I told you, getting respected for my skill. So I don't even need to go back and forth because it's goofy, honestly. And when I look back, it was goofy. I was just defending myself. We had that guy LP, which he's my cousin, he's my brother, and I understand he might have thought I was gonna come at Brian Gallo, the cash cow, and these guys were smaller. But I was just calling it for what it is, which is funny now. Everybody is going against the cash cow. But when I said it was a problem, I want to say this publicly. I hope to do numbers the cash cow does, man. Let's give a round of applause to Brian Gallo and the cash cow because he motivates people like me to try to sell more. And you know what? He is 6-1, and now I see people calling him out. I don't think they could beat him because now he does have the experience. I was saying these things when he was 2-0, and I was hanging with him 3-0. So these guys, they were coming at me. They come at themselves, and they hate that I know that they're all like figuring themselves out, and I'm not. I knew I had a vision and I had a goal to get booked and keep fighting. In my mind, I'm 3-0 in the last 3 years with 2 pullouts, and I plan on getting another win. And I love it, but I don't just go back and forth because it's them trying to feel alive, seeking attention, getting some likes, getting this. And now the truth is, my daughter's getting older, and it all would get old. Now I just want to focus on fighting. And of course, I do bodyguard gigs, but I don't even care too much to post it because I get my car broken into, I get my car shot at. Like it's a lot, and I just stay in my lane. And May 10th, I'll be on a plane. Well, May 8th, I'll be on a plane.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to think about it, and then I have another question that we'll talk about first. Can you think of a fun bodyguard, funny, something kind of crazy bodyguard story that you could actually share with us? But before you think about that for a second. But before, so you're fighting in Salt Lake. It's elevation. Are you worried about the elevation with your gas tank, or is your cardio going to be on point when you fight out there?
We'll go with the second question first. That's why I love my dad. My dad was telling my dad don't play. And he is not a fighter. He's just like dad. I wouldn't know nothing about the elevation because I wouldn't care. But my dad told me. Now, Thank God I was in South Carolina running in elevation. There's nothing I can really do except train hard. At the end of the day, it is what it is. But I'm not gonna let it be a concern. I'm just gonna try to put these in his list. But it is a thing. That's why I better show up in shape. And I just want to say a funny story about my dad. In amateurs, I was running through them. I was like 3-0, three knockouts, and then I went and I fought, and I got TKO'd. I think the ref came in prematurely, but it's amateur, and you know what? Thank you, ref, because I took less damage and I'm here now. Those guys were the best amateurs. Amateurs 9 years. They never went pro. They lived their whole amateur career, no problem. But my dad saw that. He said, "No, no, 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 this is not happening." My dad was a corrections officer. He adopted me. And this is a funny story, not so much of bodyguarding, but my coach, Juan Arroyo, a Hall of Famer,
Hmm.
he did 20 years in prison because in the 1980s, Miami was really Miami, and he was a superstar. Maybe he had, he gave in to temptation or free parties. He was the real life superstar. That's why he looks at me and he says, "You trash." Everybody knows I'm good, but he'll look at me and say, "Bro, you running, you ain't doing it," because he is the top of the top. But funny story is, if it wasn't for my dad seeing that performance, he was like, "Nah, I'm taking you to this guy." He took me to Juan Arroyo, and ever since then, I went and became the world's best bodyguard, and I keep getting better and better in understanding. And shout out to my coach. I really do appreciate him. But yeah, my dad is the one that told me about the elevation, but it's not something I can't do nothing about it. I'm broke as hell right here. I'm gonna go train with my coach. They got the flight for me and my coach. I'm gonna go there and do the best that I can do. And that's what you've seen me do every time. It's the best that I can do. And I think it's been enough every time. And I'm only getting better. A lot of these guys are plateauing. I'm only getting better. Now the
Okay.
bodyguard story,
Okay, go ahead.
mm, a fun story. Here I'll just say because somebody was in my, I had that video where I was sparring. Well, some guy came to spar me at a weightlifting gym, um, and a couple MMA guys they like to troll. It's got over 7 million views. But one of the coolest moments was when I was in Dubai because I just wrote back to the guy actually, and I met Javier Mendez, the coach from AKA. He was
Sure.
with Khabib. He was with Islam. This was 3 years before I made my BKFC debut. I was in Dubai, but obviously we spoke, and like I said, at that time he even said, "Damn, 6ix9ine got the best bodyguard." Because I'm no Khabib, but I'm a purple belt of jiu-jitsu. So we talked. He could see, oh wow, I really am MMA. His guys would smash me. I'm not saying that, but that was a cool event because there it goes. That's a legend. You know what I'm saying? So there's cool little stories like that. Steve will do it, getting me a camel ride. Then I'm thinking the camel ride is boring because it's hot as hell. Me hating Dubai because I went so much. Um, there's a lot of stories in and out, but in the end, the bodyguarding, it was God's plan because nobody would have gave me a chance off of my skill. But since I had the noise of bodyguarding, I had the platform, so I used the platform to tell you guys how good I am and try to make you guys believe. And here I am, the most booked. If you think about it, really, I get booked. I get booked because I'm the best. Um, and I take fights and I go fight for the fans. The whole I'm the best part, that's me. I fight in 20 days. I can't go think I'm second best. Mike Jones is better. Like who that's what they want me to say.
Sure.
Imagine this. Let me promote the fight. Ready? Yes, guys, May 10th, Mike Jones knocks me out. Let's go. Like, what?
Yeah.
So no. And then no, that's but like I said, all respect to Mike Jones. We're coming to put in a fight. But the bodyguarding, there's many little stories, but it has caused more. It's both because it's called. I've been defamed many times. Right now, I'm going through a case finally of defamed, but I'm gonna let the lawyers hang it out. But it's put me in a situation sometimes. For example, quick story. When I went to Pechenga, right,
Okay.
I had to make a decision: go to Russia with 6ix9ine for $4,000 minimum, and then party rock star lifestyle, or go Pechanga and chase my dream. Um, I went to Pechanga. It was the worst decision I made. He pulled out. They tried to compensate me, tomato, tomato. I don't ever talk bad about the organizations. I'm
Sure.
blessed. I'm blessed for all of them. But I chased my dream instead of getting the guaranteed money. So bodyguard, like stuff like that, like bodyguarding has always just been a means, a way to get by. My real passion is this, and I proved it on. Nobody would say no. I'm not going with a superstar and have all these women and all these this. I'm gonna go fight in pachanga, in flight, and make weight. But I am like that, and the BKFC sees it. And at the end of the day, I've been around celebrities, regardless of Instagram and all this. Well, I know you. You know me personally. I'm really respectful, and the antics have really gone down because they're boring. Because right now I'm trying to win, 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 and get a title. So I don't need the antics. I need my athletic and fighting ability to speak for itself. Um, so when I move around, I know what it is, man. Like I said, the real superstars are the people that put up the ring, the media. You without you guys, we wouldn't we wouldn't even be known. You know, you give us a platform and people are not talking like that. For example, if people were me, they'll be thinking they're doing you a favor. No, Gator, you're doing me a favor. Thank you. Just like when those guys were calling me out, whether it be Dirt to Gold, the guy from Philly, Patrick, my friend Leo, you know, because defending whatever excuses, you let me come on the platform to explain myself. Granted, they were saying that they were going to do this and this and this. I never make threats. That's I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna show you. I don't need, but I am gonna defend myself and tell you, brother. Of course, I'll fight you at 205. All these things. My point is, thank you and people like you for giving me a platform to come speak publicly. Thank you.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So you just did Dirty Boxing, and I was talking to somebody else who just did Dirty Boxing. How do you
Claudia,
remember Claudia? Yeah, yeah,
my
Claudia.
home girl, I had to shout out. You know, I don't want to cut you off. I'm
No,
just
no, go
trying to
ahead.
give you a show. Listen, shout out Claudia and her boyfriend or her husband because it's not. This is about the respect as a martial artist because
Sure.
she's been in the game before me. I had I was married. My ex-wife, I made her a great MMA athlete. She could have gone sky's the limit. Life happens. I'm not trying to talk about that. Sometimes you got to get a job. It's like me. It's hard and whatever. But Claudia doesn't know that I studied her
Okay.
for so long because she was the top amateur. Just like I was ranked number three. Um, my ex-wife was ranked number one or number two after Claudia went pro. I studied her, and to be able to be with her on the Dirty Boxing platform, she fought right after me. I was super blessed. She probably don't even know how happy I was. She respects me as Bam Bam and as a martial artist, and because I'm coming to fight just like her. But I did see she was on your platform. I did, and I was like, and lately I've been giving her so much love because I saw her at the Dirty Boxing. Before, if I would just tag her or something, it'd be kind of weird. But I saw her. We made weight. We talked. Bro, she's a super inspiration. Not only to when I was coaching women, or when I coach a woman, I try to relate. Hey, look at this. It takes. This is what it takes. But wow, I would want to say Claudia is amazing, and she fights May 2nd. I'm super excited. But yeah, sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to shout out Claudia because she doesn't know that she's inspired me in the last 8 years more than ever. She doesn't know it, but now she does.
Okay, so I was talking to Claudia about different rules. You know what I mean? Like you do Dirty Boxing, you can elbow, and this. How do you? We see quite a few fouls in bare knuckle as you've seen before. How do you keep the skill set? Like how do you? I mean, heat of the moment. Like how do you not throw an elbow when you're doing bare knuckle?
Hey, okay, okay. I'm obviously not gonna throw an elbow. Just I guess it's because the rules and this and that. And now since I had that unfortunate DQ, it's like I gotta walk on eggshells, which
Sure.
I actually think hampered my last performance because now it's like if there's a little mistake, oh DQ, he is dirty. I was nervous. I was gonna get disqualified in dirty boxing for throwing my opponent over the ring. But he's the one that came out aggressive on me, and he wanted to put that pressure. So no, you want to bring that pressure, I'm gonna bring it back. So I get nervous. So I can guarantee you, I won't throw no elbows. Because I don't want to get disqualified again, but I can see where it's hard. For example, my first fight after a 3 year layoff, I hit him, I dropped him. You know, he had an awkward style his whole time giving me his back, but you know, in the heat of the moment, I still threw a right hand, and when I was throwing it, I did kind of see a finger on the floor, so I took off. But my momentum was already going with the 2-3. But
Yeah,
everybody saw this one. This one only hit my leg,
sure.
but it just happened. So I can actually speak. I just let it just happen. Now I wish he would have stood up or whatnot, whatever the case. Elbow is different because now that's a whole other attack. Um, so I don't know. I actually wish there was elbows because I've been training them hard. But I guess you gotta stay composed and follow the rules, you know, and follow rules. But it could easily happen. It could easily happen. But an elbow or a kick is a little bit different. You know, me punching when he's halfway down or I don't know, the ref nowhere in the middle. The ref
Sure.
didn't come to the middle. It's my fault, not the ref's fault. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I went from here to there. Nobody was in my way, and I threw a punch. It's not like I threw a kick or an elbow. So I guess those. I guess you could be careful with those. But I guess you just gotta follow the rules. I don't know. I hope Claudia doesn't throw an elbow.
That's what that she said. I train one, and then I have to keep reminding myself, don't do this, don't do that. You know what I mean? It's got to be hard when you do all these MMA, kickboxing, like all these different rule sets, and remember, okay, I can't do that.
For example, Leo, my last opponent, I wanted to pick him up and slam him just for the fuck of it. But if I would have got disqualified, sure, I would have got a little warning, right? I would have set the tone. I couldn't afford it. I had
Sure.
already so so that would have been plotted, like, oh, let them know I can, you know. But no, you gotta. You're right. You gotta work the techniques that go with that sport. And in this one, for example, it's just these two limbs, just these two fists. So you just gotta figure it out. But it could happen, and it happens all the time.
Sure.
And ever since I watch, bro, there's people that hit people while they're on the floor, while they're on their knees, and
Yeah.
those guys continue. So I mean, it happens, man. It really it happens. It happens.
If you could run back one fight, would you rather run back a Leo fight in MMA, or would you rather run back a Diego fight in bare knuckle?
Hey, that's a good question.
Your Diego
I'll
fight
probably
was
say,
great, but would you love to just be able to crack him in the face? You know what I mean? Like
well, I feel
more.
like if I had no gloves, I would have knocked his ass out.
Sure.
And it's different. And just like I left with no cut, nothing, no damage because of the gloves. It's two totally different sports, really.
Sure.
But I would fight them both the same night, right back after one another, and whatever they wanted. But to answer your question, I would go with Leo. In MMA, he won't have a chance. In dirty boxing, he won't have a chance. Anything with kicking, he won't have a chance. Anything with grappling, he won't have a chance. So it would have to be Leo if I had to. But honestly, he's a boring fighter. I really hated being booed by Conor McGregor and Dave. I mean, thank God you look at my style of work and then you see that I'm not the cheers are for me, the boos are for him. But I hated him and I hate him with a passion because then he made me go to my coach. Everybody likes the aggression, but my coach says it's sloppy. He didn't like it, but he's a perfectionist. He's a Hall of Famer. And then he did hit me a little bit because I had to go. Like, we're here to fight. And that's what I love about Mike Jones. Mike Jones is not going to run. And even if he tried, he doesn't have the same skill or capability to box like Leo. But then again, this is bare knuckle boxing. So with that same mentality that he's going to be there to swing, he might punch me right in my face because he's going to try. Leo threw one or two right hands in 10 minutes. Like, I'm like, hello, I'm trying to slip, hello. And then I had to let it go. So the answer would be Leo, but in anywhere he feels comfortable.
I'm excited about this fight because, like I said, Mike Jones just came off a pretty devastating MMA loss. Did you see that or anything where he got slammed and basically knocked out? Or
Oh no, I didn't. I just looked at the record. I didn't see that the slamming. No, I didn't. Ooh,
yeah, so
ooh.
he was the title holder for that company out there, and he got slammed and like hurt himself pretty bad. So he's going to be extra fired up, and you're coming off a win, but you're also coming off the BKFC loss. So it's two dudes who are like both have something to prove. Like I think this fight could be fight of the night.
Oh no, it could be fight of the night, but I'm not into that. So
Sure.
that means back and forth. And like I said, I respect every opponent because nobody's trying to let me knock them out. Nobody's trying to get hit. But yeah, like I said, I respect Mike, and I'm grateful to have an opponent. And if he, I hope he does come to fight like he has something to prove. It's his hometown, so I believe I'm not taking him lightly. You get what I'm saying? I just know you just said about him about a devastating loss. I've already seen him take the canvas on BKFC. I I saw Romo. Yeah, he beat Romo unanimous decision. It was a kind of Romo swinging on him a little bit. Romo didn't touch me. And these are just I can speak on this because we both fought him. You
Sure.
understand? Um, so we saw his first fight, Mike Jones. It could happen to anybody. In the third round, you know, he fell asleep. And then he came back and he beat Romo and then started claiming to understand bare knuckle better because
Sure.
you beat Diego Romo. I mean, that doesn't put no fear in my heart that you think you understand the BKFC better because you went 5 rounds with Romo. Well, I'm going to ask you, I don't want no pressure. Who do you think is better, Leo Carrera or Mike Jones?
I feel like Mike Jones has more of a record to go against. You know what I mean? But it's so hard. And like I said, like I hate being. Yeah, you're kind of a dick for putting me in this. But you know, like
I know I'm a dick. I know. I did it on purpose because I know.
I feel like Mike is more accomplished. You know, MMA champion and stuff, and like probably faced a little bit higher caliber. But like we talk about styles make fights. You know what I mean? And Leo's very counter, and like Mike Jones is going to get in your face. You know what I mean? So like it's going to
Yes,
be
yes. And yeah, so I just said that to do that. We were having a podcast. I had to put you on the spot. They're both great athletes.
sure,
Honestly, I respect them both. This guy Mike has over 20 fucking pro fights. He is not a fucking joke. Oh, I don't
sure,
want to curse him. He is not a joke. And I'm not taking him lightly. Now, when we talk about the science, because this is not MMA, where he's an MMA champion and all that. This is not that. Um, Leo's a better striker. Leo is better. And if Leo would have made a mistake and tried to be in my face, I would have knocked his ass out. If you saw his legs shaking, him running from side to side. So I'm grateful to have a great dance partner in Mike Jones. And I'll tell you one thing, I better be careful. Because if he hits me, I'm gonna go down. That's a big ass white boy. He is big. And I'm grateful and I'm grateful. But I plan on using that to my advantage. And at minimum, it's advantage for the fans. They're gonna see some blood, and we're gonna be slugging it out.
okay. So BKFC, Dirty Boxing. We know Dirty Boxing has another fight coming up. Where do we see you fight again next? Do we see you do another BKFC fight, or are you going to try to get on that upcoming Dirty Boxing card?
The truth is, I can't overlook Mike Jones. I fight
Sure.
him in 15 minutes. So, in a perfect world, I finish him. I don't have no damage. Just the way I beat Romo and I was ready to go. Um, and I would love to be on the Dirty Boxing card, but hey, they can't sit around and wait. And I know we got BKFC in July, so I plan on having an amazing performance. So whether it be Dirty Boxing in Miami or BKFC in Miami, I plan to earn my spot on either of those cards with my performance that I'm gonna have May 10th.
Awesome. Well, I love that you keep it real. I love that you're honest. Like that's one of my favorite things. I love, you know, like because I know you guys, and I know if you're lying, and like you keep everything, you know, like that's you come on the show, you tell it like it is, and I appreciate that so much.
Now, I really appreciate you, Kate. I'm trying to tell you, man, from the beginning because look, you could have, oh, but this is what I like. And when people like you that have stuck around, they're like, damn, we didn't make a wrong decision. You could have went like, oh, he's a bad guy because those 7 guys that aren't even friends anymore say he's a bad guy. Oh, he's a bad guy because those 7 guys say that he's acting clean for the internet, even though I live in dynamic wellness, sativa, and all these wellness, like whatever that means. None of these kids, and this is between BKFC and bodyguarding, it put me in a place where I motivate kids. Um, and they look up to me. They call me the walking weapon, Weapon X. So it's like these kids motivate me to make sure I stay on my P's and Q's. Um, so I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed. But for you and people like you not going, because you could have believed it. You could have believed it and said, you know what? This guy, when he was 19 years old, he did put a tattoo on his neck and made a mistake, and my dad was right. I wish I could take away every single tattoo I had, but I couldn't. But I'm 36. I made this mistake over 20 years ago. Like these mistakes that they was trying to use against me is mistakes I've made when I was in my teens.
Sure.
I'm a grown man as a dad. So I want to thank you for sticking by and giving me the platform. Last time I didn't even have a fight. It was an imaginary fight, posters of all this with that guy at 205. But now we got a fight. And you've seen me. You see me fight Leo, then you see me fight Diego Romo. It's all basically the same division. And now I continue and I take on Mike Jones, which is established. So when I beat him, um, you said it. He's an established fighter. He's not an easy fight. So once again, there's no cupcakes. I don't. Do I ever go fight somebody that has a losing record? No. Do I ever fight a bum? No. Diego Romo was 3-1 because that's MMA. It goes down as
Sure.
MMA, the dirty boxing. You get what I'm saying? We I don't nitpick or cherry pick. I go and I go. And I appreciate you for seeing it though. You get me? Because you have to see it because you let me on your platform nonetheless. So you must trust me. So I thank you for trusting me.
Okay, my last question for you. Tell me about your new fight club that you have at your gym. Like, what is it? The Bam Bam Beatdown or
Bros, yeah, Bam Bam Bros. I
Brawls?
um
Yeah.
I try to throw fights. Granted, I tell everybody, my clients, whatever gym I'm at, if I don't win, I'm no good to nobody. So if I fight in 15 days, I can't worry about Bam Bam Bros. But if
Yeah.
we go in between, there's no fights. I'll try to throw an event to shine the light that's on me. That light has been negative, light has been positive, but I turn it into just positivity and then let these kids perform. I've already ran two great events. And it's up there. The only thing, um, there's a thing called Spar Wars. They gave me the idea. Shout out to them. It gives people a place to compete when there's nowhere to compete. And I've had this problem, but now finally the game has evolved. I had to go to Street Beats in Virginia in 2016.
Oh, you're back.
Um,
Your audio is really bad. You just keep like you sound like a Smurf. Like I can't hear you at all, and like I just keep hearing beep 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 beep. Oh, oh. Let's try now.
can you hear me now?
Yep, we're good now. All right.
Perfect. Yeah, no. So I be throwing Bam Bam Brawls. It's a fighting event, exhibition match. I have everybody evenly matched. People from 50 to 15 years old be competing. And it's a great show, and it's a way to stay active. And that's why I'm excited to fight because I just fought the other day. Active fighters are the best fighters, so I'm gonna come off the line shooting, and I'm blessed for that. But yeah, shout out Bam Bam Brawls. It has its YouTube. I still haven't uploaded from the last event because I hurt my hand after my last fight, so I couldn't be on YouTube. And now I got to focus on this fight. So at the end of the day, just like my clients that I personal train understand when I have a fight, it's a little different. So do the people that fight for Bam Bam Brawls. But that's been a blessing to be able to give these kids a platform to perform. So I'm grateful for that.
I talked to Ibarola. He's doing something very similar at his gym, and he said that you got like soccer moms and stuff who would never get the chance to fight, but you let them fight at the gym and you treat them like a professional fighter. And he said the smile on these people's faces because they would typically never get a chance to experience what a professional fighter. And he goes, it's life changing for him, and it motivates him even more.
And I'm going to tell you this, that it's the truth. It's the truth. I think everybody should step in there and compete. But obviously, if you do it at too high level, you can get hurt.
Sure.
So if you do it like, oh, you're 50, okay, evenly matched. Um, but I can tell you this, I believe it because ever since I started competing, it changed my life.
Sure.
So that's why I say martial arts changed my mentality, me. So I believe a soccer mom or soccer dad. Because yeah, soccer mom sounds good, but it's a lot of soccer dads.
Sure.
They want to get in there. Or were MMA athletes, but what like shout out to my guy Mike Bruno. He's a little older, but he still gets in there with the young bucks. 2 minute rounds, he trains. It gives you something to train for. It gives you like I give super respect to all these guys that go to the gym, but they don't have a fight. I'm like, you're stronger than me. They don't understand it. They say, no, what? You're Bam Bam, man. I'm like, thanks, bro. Probably the filters, but no, man. Like you're in here every day. I'm here because Mike Jones gonna kill me if I don't be in here. That's why I'm here. I'm here because Leo Carrera, the murder, is gonna kill me if I'm not. I'm here because Diego Romo, the psychopath, is gonna kill me. You guys are here because, hey, man, congrats to you guys. So, but yeah, it's those soccer guys that really it gives them something to compete, and it's fun. Imagine when you walk out of it with a win, you really feel good about yourself.
Okay, so you're on a card that's got Richmond versus Dyer on that card. Both guys in your weight class. How do you see that fight playing out?
That's that's a good question. I'm not gonna lie, and because of unfortunately, because of the way the DQ went, the decision went, I don't watch other people, but I am excited, and I have to worry about Mike Jones right now. So
Sure.
I'm not able to answer how I think it's going, but what I do like is that they're in my division and they're the main event for the title. No, after this conversation, I'm gonna be mad I didn't have an answer, and I'll go watch it. But I'm gonna actually go train right now again.
Okay.
But I just when I do what I gotta do, they're fighting for the title. That's how it usually goes, and
Sure.
that's where I'm trying to get. I come out and I do a great performance. It's basically, man, this guy is 3-0, and if you want to give me another one, I'll go beat somebody else, and I'll be fighting for that title very soon. So I'm excited. I just know what's the champion's name?
Richmond.
Richmond. I mean, because I don't really know much about the other, but how long has Richmond been a champ for?
One fight, he just beat Jared.
Mm. Hey, I never disrespect any champions. You know what I'm saying? They're at the top, and they have so many fights.
Sure.
So I'm not even. I got to get through Mike Jones first, and then I got my eye on the prize, which is the gold title. But first, if I don't get through Mike Jones, all this is just talk.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. Is there any message or shout outs or sponsors or anything you'd like to thank before we call it a day?
Man, really, I want to thank Sativa, Dynamic Wellness. I want to thank everybody, the cartel, that supports me because it's been a grind. A lot of people try to kick you when you down. The only thing they didn't know is I knew jujitsu, so I was gonna sweep them and we back up, and we just went at the hangar. Shout out Mike Perry for giving me the opportunity and everybody at Dirty Boxing. And now I'm back in the BKFC. Thank you, Andy Hall, for reaching out. Because Andy Hall, he's high up in the brass. He
Sure.
reaches out to me because he sees I'm gonna show up on time to fight. I'm gonna show up on weight. I'm gonna get on that flight, and I'm gonna make the walk, and I'm gonna fight. So thank you, Andy Hall. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Serge. And thank you, Gator, man. I hope to make everybody proud, but more than anything, I hope to make myself proud.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. Get your win, and we'll have you on the show again.
Hey, I love you, man. Thank you, brother. God bless.
See you, bud. Thank you. Bye.